All right, so that was the mind sweep. And I was going a little fast for you, I apologize. You can always go back and do it again. And you don't have to get every word. It's okay to tune me out. And the main thing is that you have a big list of things to do, the majority of things that you need to do. If not, well, you'll never really get all of them. I mean, because constantly we're creating new ideas of cool things for us to do or problems for us to solve. And so it almost never ends, the amount of things that we can do or think about doing. But I imagine that right now you may feel better that this list is out of your mind and on a sheet of paper, or you may feel overwhelmed and a little irritated because there's so much to do. And both of those are perfectly okay. It's really okay to be fiery here. This is the process of getting clear and complete with this stuff. You need to get it into your awareness before you can deal with it. So now we're going to deal with it. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to create, you're going to go through each item. And for each item, you're going to ask a question. And the question is, can this be done in 2 minutes or less? And if the answer is yes, you will do it right now. So that's the first part. It's the 2-minute exercise. If it can be done in 2 minutes or less, and it can be done where you are, it gets done. So you go through your whole list and just eliminate the ones that you can do in 2 minutes or less. That's the first step. Now the second step is the question, can this be completed before the new year? Not can. Does this need to be completed before the new year? Do I want it to be completed before the new year? Or is it okay if it gets completed after the new year? So you separate the list into 2 parts, one before the new year and one after the new year. And then once you've separated the list, actually, let me back up a little bit. As you create this before the new year list and this after the new year list, and by the way, all of this is written in your workbook, so you don't have to remember everything I'm telling you. You can just go back through the workbook and look through this. That's probably the preferable way of doing this. So when you write down the actions that are supposed to be done before the new year and after the new year, you want to write the action and then leave 2 blank spaces. So for each item, make 3 spaces. One is the item, the sentence, the to-do, and then 2 blank spaces. And for once you have all those lists done, what you need to do for each item is write down, answer 2 questions on the blank spaces on your paper. And you can leave more spaces if you want. It's okay too. And the questions are, and this is really, really useful. This is a great way of dealing with your list anytime in the future. What does done look like? So how will I know I am complete with this? And what is the next physical step? So what does done look like? How will I know I'm done? You know, let's say the task is make tea. So how will I know that I've completed making tea? When I have the tea in my hand and I can drink it. Then I know I've made tea. So what's your proof of success here? That's what you want to know. And the second question is, what is the next physical step? So a physical step is not like think about what tea I want. That's not a physical step. Like a physical step would be pour tea in the tea container or the teapot. That's a physical step. Write email, call Alan, upload picture onto Facebook. These are physical, actual steps. So what happens with your mind is when you create to-dos and you don't figure out what the next physical step is, your mind gets worried. It's like there's uncertainty in it. It doesn't know what it has to do. But if you write down the actual step that needs to be taken, your mind gets to relax a lot because it can handle steps. It can handle pour tea in teapot. Think about what tea you want. That's not really a step, and the mind doesn't know what to do with that. It likes concrete. So give it something concrete. So this is the process. I'm going to review this. Go through the entire list. If it can be done in 2 minutes or less, do it now. With the remaining items on the list, separate them into 2 lists, one before 2015, one after 2015. And for each item on both lists, write the sentence in 2 blank spaces. And then for each item on the list, ask the question, what does done look like? What is the next physical step? And put that in there. And then, for all the things that are supposed to be done before 2015, block time in your calendar to get those things done. Simple as that. And when you do all of that, then you're finished with the first completion, the first part of the completion ritual, the completion of stuff. You will have a very good plan for how to complete the stuff of this year. You'll know what needs to be done next year, so you'll be complete mentally with that. And you have a whole system with which to do this. All right. So that's the end of this video. And if you have any questions, you can go to the club at realmoneylife.com, the New Year's Launch Club, and ask questions there. I'll be there, Rolando will be there, and Brian will be there, and we'll be glad to assist you and answer any questions you may have. And I look forward to this. So do this exercise for the next hour and a half or so. All right.